What's up? Welcome back to the show. You guys, it is episode 300. What in the fuck? This is wild. I have been awaiting this number showing up on the show for so long, and I'm so excited that you are here, that you are listening. And if you have been listening since the very beginning, when I started this podcast in 2018, holy shit, what a journey we have been on together. Oh my God, I am so grateful. I am so excited. I have so much to share with you today. And let's celebrate together that today is officially episode 300 on this podcast. And really, just all of the feedback that I've been getting from you guys on how this has changed your life, how this is inspiring you, how this is exactly what you needed, how you feel like this message was exactly for you. I can't tell you how much it means to receive those messages and to know that this is truly landing for you. And yeah, we made it. It's episode 300. Yeah. It's really cool to be in this place right now where when I go back and listen to the first episode I ever released, I was like, wow, like I took messy action. And now, today, what this whole episode is about this really, really big shift that is happening internally for me that is going to result in very, very big in external shifts. And so I have my phone with me because I know that I'm going to miss things. I actually made a little bullet point thing because I have so much to share with you. It's kind of insane, okay? Um so first of all, I want to go backwards. I want to first, yeah, we're announcing the 300th. Okay, great. I want to say that after this episode, we are taking a break. Okay, we are taking a break on the show, and I'm going to explain why. And this episode is going to kind of give the behind the scenes and the context for what the break's about, and just where we're going, the direction that we're headed, what I've really been feeling called to do. And this is just a huge permission slip to take a pause or take a refresh or to do whatever you need to do, in your way. There's no right way to do anything. It's literally your way. So, okay, we're going to start off with some really interesting statistics about podcasting because I know that some of you that listen to the show have podcasts or want to start a podcast. And I was like, I think these stats are going to blow your minds and help you see how powerful this platform can be in changing your life, in changing your visibility, and changing your voice, and changing your confidence, and in creating a platform to connect with your community. And also, it is a very, I believe, high converting platform because you get to go deep with your people and people can feel you and your vibes. So, okay, listen to this. Listen to this. Out of all of the freaking podcasts out there, there are over 3 million podcasts. Only 3.14% of podcasts make it past 300 episodes. Okay? Okay. Okay. That is pretty fucking cool. So we did it. We did it. And I say we because literally, if you weren't listening to this podcast, then this statistic wouldn't even matter because you wouldn't be there, right? So the likelihood of us being here today, celebrating this together, 3.14%. What? Okay. We in the top 3%. Let's go, baby. Now, listen to this, okay? Though there are 3 million podcasts, which that number feels like, wow, it's a lot of fucking podcasts. And maybe if you've wanted to start a podcast, or even if you have one and you aren't feeling you're feeling oh my God, it's not growing, or consistency, or whatever. Guess what? Only out of that 3 million, only 12.9% of podcasts are active. Okay. Which means there's only 397,000 podcasts. Now, that's still a big number, yes. But keep in mind, we have so many industries that number is spread across, right? And the majority of podcasters literally don't even get past the 10 episode mark, okay? Because podcasting is a lot of fucking work. Podcasting could be a full-time job. Podcasting is a full-time job for a lot of people, right? So if you're out there and you podcasting and you doing the damn thing, I just want to celebrate you. If you want to start a podcast or you're thinking about it, this is your like invitation. This is your like confirmation to fucking do it. Stop waiting and do it. Okay. And if you have been waiting on it because it feels overwhelming and tech and clunky and there's so many pieces and you're like, how do I even start? And you're just like, what I want to tell you is this. I have a surprise for you, okay? First of all, you're not alone. Podcasting, there is a lot of stuff behind the scenes that has to happen in order for an episode to go out and, get produced and get edited and get put out into the world, right? And I believe that putting a podcast out into the world is truly one of the biggest gifts you can give yourself if you have a big message to get out there, Like I just feel like it is the platform. It is the platform for us as entrepreneurs who have big things to do and big messages to share and big impact to make. It makes sense. This is how we impact the masses. So all of those podcast stats to say, I have an announcement. Okay. You guys have kind of heard me maybe talk about it, maybe not. Um, but I have started a podcast agency. It's actually a podcast and PR agency. And this idea I shared with you a few episodes ago came to me. I have been sitting on this for a while. I have helped so many people start and launch podcasts and grow podcasts. I've gotten so much support in my own podcast. I've hired experts and people that listen to the show I have hired. And what's interesting is I just kept finding myself wanting to help my clients start and launch shows. But I knew that there's so much of the tech stuff on the back end. There's so much of the production, the photo, the video, the cover art, the this, the that. And so I had this huge idea drop in June, end of June. And I was like, holy shit, I'm going to start a fucking podcast agency. I know how to do it. I've done it. I've been podcasting for 6 years. I've probably helped about 30 of my clients launch shows. I know so many people in the podcasting space. It's the fucking best medium. We've made over $1 million through the podcast. Like, I know how to monetize the show. I know how to get people in and deep with the community. Like, what the So we fucking started, okay? And it's literally a culmination of all of my geniuses. And what I recognized is, so, prior to becoming an entrepreneur, I was an architect, a designer, and a photographer. And I used to do photo and video shoots. I would do personal brand shoots, and I would also do video. And I'm like, holy shit. This is where like all of my passions and geniuses are coming together. Is like the creative direction, the business, the branding, the embodiment, the voice, the power, the visibility. And it is so freaking cool. So if you are somebody who's like, I want to freaking start and launch a show, but I have no idea what I'm doing, or I want your whole team like helping me, just reach out to me on Instagram. We honestly, since I like officially created it, we have just had people signing up. It's wild, it's crazy. And so that's why I haven't publicly shared it. But because this is going to be the last episode before we take a break and basically put my podcast through my own agency process, which you will see happen in real time, I was like, I'm just going to put this announcement out there in case you are interested. You can just let me know, and we can chat and see if it's a good fit. It's not a fit for everyone. It really is for you if you want your business to kind of be focused around your voice and this community that you're building around your show. For me, obviously, that's how my business is run. So if you want info, just email me, DM me, email my team, get in touch, figure out a way to get in touch. You know how to get in touch, mostly Instagram, okay? And we can chat and see if it's a good fit. So that is a huge freaking thing that happened once I took a step back and I was like, oh shit, we just launched a podcast agency. And then I felt like the universe just gave me all the perfect people to bring on my team. So within the matter of a few weeks, I went from having a team of 1 to having a team of 6. Okay. That is wild. I've become a CEO. I am now running 2 companies and it is a lot. Okay. But my heart is so full. I love that I'm able to do this. And it's literally just lighting me the fuck up. So yeah, it's all good. Be all Gucci. All right. So the next thing I want to kind of riff onto is this really big shift that I'm going through, and that I feel like might resonate for you, or maybe you're also going through it. And it's around this depth and this bigness and this realization of my own power, my bigness, my leadership, my expertise, my embodiment. And like, I'm having this moment in real time where I'm like, oh, wow. I am unlocking codes around power and embodiment and depth and space holding and just knowing who the fuck I am in real time. And I want to share them with you because I have a feeling this is going to land for you, because the last few episodes, you guys have been like responding to me and been like, oh my God, this is freaking real for me. Oh my God, I'm going through this. Oh my God, I'm so glad I'm not alone, you know? And honestly, the big shift has been from a mantra that is something that I used to live by to something that I now am really beginning to embody on a deeper, much deeper level. Okay. So here's the tea. Basically, I've lived most of my life in this energy of messy action. Which is a very masculine way to, I guess, live. Like, I've just taken the action, done the thing, figured it out, blah, 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 blah. And that's gotten me here, which has been incredible, right? It's been incredible. And there was something that happened. I think it was in May. We hit a certain financial milestone, and I felt this sense of, huh? Like I felt nothing. I didn't feel this deep fulfillment that I don't know, I guess I hoped I would feel or something. And what I recognized is that life and this season for me is actually asking me to go much deeper and much like richer and be so spacious and intentional and like honestly do less, but everything I do to be fucking epic. Like basically not compromise the quality or the standards on anything that I do. Making sure that every single thing that comes out of me, whether it's a piece of content, whether it's my experience with a client, whether it's being my agency client, whether it's anything, that it is of the highest standard. And I do have quite high standards for my life. I feel like just being very driven and very high achieving, like I've always had standards, but in certain areas of life. Like I think I've had higher standards with my health and with what I put in my body and whatever, but maybe my standards were a little bit lower in some other areas of life. And so what I'm starting to recognize is I want to make my standards as consistent as possible across the board, because why would I not? Right? Once you start to own your power and your bigness and your leadership and see how big everything wants to actually be, and own how extra you are, and own how like bougie you are, and own how like big and like how delicious that you want this life to be, you start to realize that you need to raise your standards because you were likely accepting the bare minimum, or maybe not even bare minimum, but like you are accepting a standard or you are compromising your standards for some reason. Maybe because you didn't feel like you could have it, or you felt like a bad person, or there was guilt or shame. And you know, if you're a woman listening to the show, we have so much of that like in our lineage, right? Like our parents and our parents' parents, like generations, like there was not a lot, specifically if you did not come from generational wealth or success or power or whatever, like most of us are actually learning how to have power in a healthy way, how to have money and hold it and be with it, because we were not taught how to do this, right? And so as we start to embody more power and we embody more of who we truly are, we start to recognize the areas in which we have mismatches of power. And I really started reflecting on this specifically since hosting my retreat. It's been so fucking cool having this moment of reflection of like, oh my God, right? Like it was almost this like light bulb moment of like, whoa, man, like, yo, I need to see myself even bigger, right? And I want to give you a permission slip to see yourself even bigger, to make yourself more visible, to see yourself in more visibility, to see yourself in more bigness, to use your voice in bigger ways, to, make everything in your life, in your business, in your relationship match your standards. And we don't have to approach this from like, you don't match my standards, goodbye. Like, no, we have to assess softly, actually, where we have lowered or compromised our boundaries or our standards for whatever reason, and actually just start to slowly bring those up. Because it's not going to be an overnight, like, everything's changing and blah, 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 right? That's not what it is. There's going to be new standards for communication. You're going to have new standards for your financial health. You're going to have new standards for your hygiene. You're going to have new standards for, what you look like. You're going to, like, there's going to be new standards as you evolve and grow. And some areas of our life are going to kind of lag behind because it's impossible to up level every single part of our life at the exact same speed, right? And so you're going to recognize, like, at least for me, what I've recognized is, for me, the first thing to always raise the standard is my physical body. And I think for most people, to be honest, we often start to increase our physical capacity. And I've talked about this on the show before, but like, we start to exercise more, or we start to get more fit, or we start to more, like, love our body more, or treat our body better, eat better, sleep more, just hygiene, stuff like that. When there's an up level happening, because before it can happen any other place, it actually has to happen within our physical body, right? And so obviously, you guys know I'm training for this crazy race in the Tetons that's going to stretch me and push me in ways that I can't even comprehend. And guess what I've had to do? I've had to be so much more mindful, conscious, aware. I've had to raise my standards around everything. Like, I've had to go for 7-mile runs when I don't feel like it. I've had to work out when I'm hanging out with friends and I have to say, hey, I need to go carve out this hour and do this thing. Like, that is a new standard for me because I'm putting my training first, like, period. And so that's a new level that I get to step into. And for you, as you rise in your leadership and you rise in your power and you rise in your vision and you bring another business to life or do whatever you're doing, life is going to ask you to also step it up in other ways because that's just what's naturally going to happen. Right. So I've been in this huge shift of like, whoa, right? And I kind of just wanted to share with you what's actually going on because it's like, once you start to realize how big you really want to go, it's like when you allow yourself to be big or you let yourself be wealthy. And when I say wealthy, you get to determine what wealthy is, right? What is wealth to you? Actually, it's funny I just asked you that because me, Kurt, and two of our best friends were at sushi on Wednesday night, and we went to this place here in Colorado, and it's super dope. Also, shout out to Sushi Den. If you've never been to Sushi Den, go to Sushi Den. Sushi Den flies in fish from Japan every single day. And it's like the freshest sushi you'll ever eat. And because I was like, why the fuck would I get sushi in a landlocked state? I'm not eating sushi in Colorado. Well, you need to go get sushi from Sushi Den in Colorado. It is the best sushi I've ever had, honestly. And we got like, I don't know how many rolls we got. We got like one of everything. That's what it felt like. We had so much. It was delicious. The desserts were amazing. We got drinks. Like, the cocktails were great. And honestly, my friend Kelly was like, like, this is actually true wealth for me. Like, being able to go to a restaurant and, pick out whatever I want on the menu and not have to think about the price. And I was like, 100%. That is one version of wealth for me too. Like, it really is being able to just order whatever the fuck I want because however many years ago, I would literally get the cheapest thing on the menu and I would feel bad about it still, right? And I've come a long way since that. And wherever you are on that journey, it's like, figure out what wealth means to you. So you want to be wealthy, what does that mean? If you want to be big, what does that mean? If you want to be powerful, what does that mean, right? And I've been asking myself these challenging questions of like, whoa, what would happen if I allowed myself? I think that's the key word. What would happen if I let myself be wealthy or let myself be wealthier, let myself be more powerful, let myself be bigger, let myself be more, whatever, visible, right? And that is a powerful question to ask yourself because you are going to go from maybe even subconsciously playing small or hiding in whatever way to full blown, like, oh shit, like LFGO energy. And that's the energy I'm in right now. And to be honest, this is so much of an energetic game. Like, it really is about how you perceive yourself, how you see yourself, how you talk to yourself, how you hold yourself, the space that you can hold, right? The power that you can hold literally within yourself. And that actually brings me to something that I want to share with you, which is for the month of August, I've been playing around with this concept of visibility because I really feel like this collective shift happening right now that is about visibility. Like for all of us as leaders, as entrepreneurs, as visionaries, as CEOs, it is about visibility. It's going bigger, right? It's being seen in bigger ways, whether it's like, you want to get on bigger shows or you want bigger speaking opportunities or you want to get your message out there in bigger ways. Like it's no longer okay to do the one-to-one thing. Like if you've been doing one-to-one for a while and you're like, okay, this is actually not working anymore because I can't do this anymore. Like this is not a good use of my time. Or maybe you want to do it, but you also want to impact the masses. You want to go bigger, right? Like there's this piece around visibility. And so I made all of us, but I made um a mini course and it's called Visible AF. Visible as fuck, because obviously I gotta add a little swear word in there. And it's literally like 20 challenges and challenges and prompts and journal prompts and like action items and like things you can literally like tangibly do in your business and in your life and also internally, like journaling prompts to allow you to go bigger, more visible, more powerful, more embodiment, more leadership. Just go bigger. And because you've been listening to the show, I am going to be giving this to you for free, okay? When you subscribe, rate, and review the show and screenshot the photo of the review to my team. And I will put the details in the description of this episode, okay? So you can also buy it if you want to straight up buy it. It's $28. Or you can get it for free by subscribing, rating, and review, and screenshot a picture of your review to assistant@samlthierry.com. And I'll put that email in the show notes. So if you want to get that mini course, I'm telling you right now, I already have had women go through it and they were like, holy shit, this is literally transforming how I see myself. Holy shit, this is literally transforming how I show up. Holy shit, this is impacting my relationships. Wow, this is changing my business. Wow, this is changing how I talk about myself. Wow. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like people are just putting themselves out there in such a more confident way. And so if you've been needing that surge of energy and you love the show, it's all voice notes too. Like it's audio. And there's like, the text prompt so you can see it if you're a visual girly like myself. But definitely go grab that. It's called Visible AF mini course. Either you can buy it for $28 or for a limited time, we will be giving it to you as a podcast listener by screenshotting your review and sending it to assistant@samlthierry. So I just wanted to let you know about that. That is something been having so much fun with because well, I've been going through my own shift and I've been writing down what I've been doing. And so I've been just sharing all the things that I've been doing to get me into this big up level because it's huge. It is huge. It is felt. And I want to give you the fast track to do it. And I wanted to make this a fun little like mini course situation. And I think you're going to get a lot out of it. So go get your booty on that link. Okay. It's in the show notes. Oh, the other thing I want to let you know about, and then we're going to go into a few more things, is I'm also doing a 50% off. It's actually more than that. It's like $1,000 off. What the heck? Bundle of two of my most popular courses, Momentum and Power and Prosperity. These are two of my self-paced courses where basically it's all around visibility, power, money. It goes into all of the things. I'm going to leave the link in the show notes for you and you can look at all of the details. But what I will say is this. It will activate you into new levels of power, wealth, success, visibility, because it's just the framework that I've used to go from hiding and kind of like playing small or doubting myself, being in imposter syndrome, being in self-doubt, being so confused about like, how do I put myself out there? Like, how do I become this confident person that I know I can be? And I kind of am, but I'm kind of not. Like, how do I anchor in that new identity? So you can get that bundle for over 50% off. And I'm so excited because I know you can binge these courses. They're super accessible. They have journal prompts. I give you like PDFs. It's fucking insane. So definitely go get your hands on those. And I'm so excited to offer, these things that you can just binge and do on your own and see what it's like. So yeah, I'll put those in the show notes as well. And I think that's my last announcement. Yeah. Okay. So we have those things going on, but The last thing that I kind of want to share before I share about like what's next, what we're doing with the show, why we're pausing the show, I like to just fill you in on behind the scenes, is that I wanted to talk about like 1 to 3 core things that have really helped me anchor in all of these big transformations over the past 8 years of me being an entrepreneur and past 6 years of me being a podcaster and having a voice and having a platform and having this beautiful community. It's like, what actually have been the main things? And I was sitting with this and I'm like, what are the main things? Because I could, it's so challenging, right? When someone's like, what's your favorite song? And then all of a sudden you're like, I don't even listen to music. I don't even know. I don't have a favorite song. And you just like freak out. That's kind of how I felt when I was about to answer this. But I'm like, no, you know what? I do have a few codes, I believe, that will change your life when you really like let them land. Okay. The first shift or like core belief, I would say code. I'm just going to say it's a code, okay? The first code, there's 3 of them. The first code is that when we live in our truth, in our authenticity, and I'll explain what that means in a second. When we live in our truth, in our authenticity, everything is magnetized to us. Everything. We cannot be magnetic without being authentic. And as I've kind of been sharing recently, I was in a place in my life where I was not being authentic, not because I wasn't trying to be. It's because I like didn't even know who the fuck I was, because I was trying to be someone I was not, because I thought I had to be kind of someone I was not to be success. Like, oh God, it's such a thing. I thought I had to be more X. I don't even know what those things were exactly. I could go pull up my journal, but I thought I had to be more refined, or I had to be more soft, or I had to be less extra or less of a personality. But actually, the truth is, like, I the big personality, you know? And I can't hide that. I can't hide that anymore. And I wasn't consciously trying to hide it, but there was a shadow in there somewhere that told me it was not safe to be my big, fullest expression of me. So I stopped doing that. And the moment that I just started living in my truth, in my authenticity, which also includes vulnerability, because as you've heard in the past few episodes, I really shared with you where I'm at, what I'm navigating, what I'm going through, and bringing you along for the ride, that everything has been magnetized to me. I don't feel like I'm trying. Am I putting in work? Yes. Am I efforting? Yes, but I'm not trying. I'm not trying to be someone. I'm not trying to convince. I'm not trying to sell. I'm not trying to do fucking shit. I'm just being, you know? And so when you start living in your truth and your authenticity, which also means owning who you are and not dimming yourself or hiding who you are, which is why this visible AF mini course and my course bundle is going to be so fucking helpful for you, is because when you're living in this, you actually have permission to go bigger because it's sustainable. When you are being yourself, you can be yourself forever. When you're trying to be someone you're not, that's really exhausting. It's really draining. And there's part of you that's like, I can't keep this up. So that is one code. Live in your truth and authenticity, and everything you want will actually be magnetized to you. Okay. So that's number 1. Number 2 is a money code. And I have so much more to learn and embody and teach on money. And I cannot wait for the show to come back, because we have going to do a whole series on money. And oh my God. Oh my God. We're going to have like a fucking hotline. Okay. Sneak peek. But a code around money is this: money follows joy. Money follows joy. Money follows doing what you love and living from your heart. Okay. Now, you can also make money doing shit you hate. You can also make money being in unaligned jobs, in 9 to 5. Like, you can make money a majillion ways. But what I will say is that the most effortless way to make money is by living from your heart and really doing what you love and what brings you joy. And I can say that I'm a living testament to that. Ever since I became an entrepreneur and I started doing, fitness coaching and personal training, I loved it. I was obsessed with it. I was so like passionate about helping people get stronger and do shit they didn't think they could do. And it's the same in business now with my mastermind. Like, it's like I'm helping my clients do things they didn't even think were possible, or at least not possible for them until 10 years down the road. But when a client comes to me and tells me all the things that she knows and can do and blah, 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 I'm like, bitch, we got to put you on a stage. Bitch, we got to pitch you to this biggest show. Bitch, and I'm like, go. I love pushing you outside your comfort zone. I'm not here to make you comfortable, and I'm not here to keep you small. I'm here to help you go big, big, big. And maybe not everyone's here to go big, 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 at least this second. But when you're ready, you know who to come to. Yo girl is going to help you go big, big, big and bring your vision to life, and whatever that looks like, right? That is my love. That is my love language. I challenge people. I love pushing people. I love being like, you can go bigger, right? Like, but also, being their fucking biggest hype girl to be like, dude, that's fucking amazing. And then once we've celebrated that, once we've really anchored that in and locked that in, then I'm going to challenge them because I don't want to bypass the celebration, but I also want to ignite you, right? That's my love language. That is my freaking love language. Hype girl is my love language. I hype people up. I help my friends up, like like I said, I was with two of my best friends this past week. We were hanging out with them here in Colorado, and they're about to get married. And I was just like looking at all the things they were making and all the stuff, and their invites, and they're doing this cool newspaper thing, and like, I don't know, all this stuff. And I'm like, yo, this is so sick. I cannot wait to come. Oh my God, this is so fun. They're doing like their signature drinks. And I'm like, I cannot wait. And they were like, Sam, like, you're like our biggest hype girl. And I'm like, oh, thank you. I am. I fucking am because I believe in people. I truly believe that people are so much more capable. I believe you're so much more capable than you give yourself credit for. And honestly, it's why I'm doing this freaking ultra marathon thing because it's pushing me. I'm having to push myself, When I tell myself, I don't want to go any faster, like, I don't want to go any longer, I have to coach myself in those moments and be like, hype girl yourself, Sam. Hype girl yourself, okay? Be your own best hype girl. So that is code number 2. Money follows joy. Money follows love. Money follows living from your heart. When you genuinely are doing things from a place of joy and love, people feel that and they want to be in your space. They want to work with you. They want to hire you. They want to be part of what you're doing. They want to contribute to the mission. It's so cool. It is so freaking cool. And I truly believe with the agency launching, that's why like everything came together so quickly. Like, I feel like people were dropped out of the sky specifically for me. I was like crying tears of gratitude because I was like, this is the fastest thing that's ever happened, ever in the history of business. Like, what the hell? And like, it makes me just feel so grateful because I'm like, wow, it really is so true. Like, there's so much evidence to support that when you do what you love, and obviously you know how to get it out into the world, cough, cough, being visible as fuck, people want to know more, but people can't buy from you and people don't know what you're doing unless you put yourself out there. And if you're hanging out at your house, not going anywhere, not doing anything, not, getting your message out to the masses, not getting into rooms, like, well, they're not going to know it's there. But you have an incredible thing, and I know I have an incredible thing going. And so it's really our job as entrepreneurs to get our work out into the world because it's going to help people, and I feel that way with the agency. I'm like, I know how many people have been sleeping on their podcast or have started a show and then stopped because they can't stay consistent because the back end is too much to bear. And guess what? We handle that shit. Like with the agency, it's so cool. We do full blown marketing, creative direction, designing, podcast production, launching. We schedule fucking emails for you. It is amazing. Like, you get a full service marketing, creative, and podcast production team for 3 months. It's remarkable. And honestly, sometimes it's just the kick in the fucking pants that you need to get your show out into the world and make it amazing and have a killer hype launch around it, So for me, that's my love language. So yeah. All right. Okay, last code. This is the last code. Then we're going to talk about what's next. So last code is this. If it's not a fuck yes, it's a no. Mark Manson said this in his book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. And, I really have to agree with him. There's very little instances where that's not true for me. And there are instances where I have to reel back my expectations, right? But in my body and in your body, there is a visceral difference between a yes and a no. And if you don't know that, if you're not experiencing that, then that's where the embodiment work comes in of actually slowing down to feel sensations in your body when you're with someone or, when you make a business decision or whatever. It's like, it's got to feel aligned for you. It's got to feel congruent for you. It's got to check the boxes, And I think that we can have really, really high standards without having really, really high expectations. But if you don't have standards, the universe will give you whatever you're settling for. So you have to have standards because the universe wants to match those standards. And so the third code is really about having high standards for yourself and your life because you get what you allow, right? You get what you allow into your life. And if you tolerate behavior from people or you tolerate anything, if you tolerate you know, certain things going on in your business and in your life, then that's what you're going to get. So it really is about having these standards, knowing that you deserve everything you want, and being really clear about them. Okay, so those are the three things, three main codes, I think, right now that have really anchored in this new level that's still percolating, but it's here. It's here right now, and I'm embodying it deeper and deeper and deeper. And just remember, like, this is a process. It's not like one day you wake up and you're a new person. It's like these are cellular shifts happening like every single second of every single day. And then one day you do wake up and you feel like a new person, but it's because of all the work you've been doing every day, right? Practicing embodying that, holding and anchoring the new power, etc. Okay. So, okay, let's take a breath. Let's take a deep breath. I get so excited. You see how I just like cut off my own breath? I get so excited to record these. So we're going to take another breath and then we're going to share what's next and what you have to look forward to. And oh God, I'm so excited. Okay, another deep breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth. So here's how I want to wrap up. Basically, I want to share with you what's next. I want to share with you why we are pausing at episode 300. I want to share a few hints as to what's to come when we come back. I want to share with you what to do in the meantime, because I know so many of you listen to the show quite religiously when it comes out on Tuesdays or, you know, during your workouts or your walks or whatever. Um, yeah, I want to let you know because I'm not doing this because I'm like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I'm doing this because I want to make the show 1 million times better. And I know it's going to be 1 million times better by taking a step back and doing all these cool fucking things. So yeah, why we're putting the podcast on pause is because a few things. I am going to be increasing the caliber, the quality, the everything of the show, like to the nth degree. I've recognized that I am a huge perfectionist when it comes to aesthetics. I have let go of a lot of my perfectionist tendencies because I don't think being a perfectionist is a good thing. But I don't know that I can actually really dissolve my obsession with making things look fucking amazing. And that's part of the new standards that I have for myself and my company is that I want everything to look fucking sexy because one of my core values is beauty. I love beauty. I love beautiful things. I love design. I mean, my background's in design, right? And I feel like at a certain point in my business, I took this messy action approach and we just like went for it. And I was like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. Actually, I really want to go big. And when I say big, what I mean is I want to make the quality, the everything over the fucking top, over the top. So we're going big. And in order to go big, I cannot record in my van because, yeah, it's fine and it works and it gets the job done, but it is not my highest self. Okay. So yeah, we are basically raising the quality of the show and making it just next level experience for you, next level quality, next level video on YouTube and also on Spotify, because on Spotify you can have video podcasts, like literally just making this thing so epic. Okay. So that's one of the main reasons. The second reason is I've been going through a massive rebrand, and I know that this is kind of a collective thing too, where I actually still need a little bit more space to figure out the like the image that I'm kind of stepping into and like the aesthetic, the style and everything. And I cannot wait to show you guys on Instagram because I'm going to be doing like a bunch of behind the scenes stuff. But like we are doing a full blown marketing campaign for the relaunch of the show. I am like pooping my pants in excitement, peeing my pants. I don't know. I don't really want to poop my pants, peeing my pants in excitement because this is something I've wanted to do probably for 5 years. And I finally have the humans to help me bring this vision to life. So we're going to be rebranding. We're going to be doing a whole video marketing campaign. It's going to be so fucking cool. And it's also going to be the process that we take our agency clients through because I truly believe that also if you just heard that there was just like a car that drove by and clearly I'm recording in my van. See what I mean? Like I know that this probably maybe it doesn't annoy you that much, but it annoys me. I'm like, I want the audio to be crystal. Okay. So what was I saying? Oh, about the agency. Yeah. So we're going to be taking our clients through the same process that I'm taking myself through, but I'm going to be my own first beta client. Like I'm going to I'm basically going to get in studio and do all the things and the vision, so you guys are going to have to help me manifest this. The vision is to buy a building, to rent a building or whatever, have it my own podcast studio space, my own like creative warehouse space, and basically my agency clients and my mastermind clients if they want can come into this space and we will do full-blown video, photo production, branding, B-roll, whole ass marketing creative campaign because they're just so fun for me to do. I love making you feel famous, making you look famous, making you look like a celebrity, launching whatever it is that you're doing. Like, oh my God, it is so fun for me. You stepping into your alter ego, like getting the outfits, etc. And so, yeah, it's basically I'm going through this process for myself because, well, first of all, I want to do it. But second of all, I also really am excited to do this for other people because like I said, it brings together all my geniuses and all of that. So, that's going to take time, and the next month I am in the last 4 weeks of my ultra marathon training. I have a 3.5 hour run tomorrow. So RIP my body. Um, I'm going to do it though, because that's what I signed up for. I have a lot of travel coming up and I have a whole full blown full fall and it's all preparation to bring this thing back. The other fun thing that I'm going to be sharing with you is that we are going to be adding a component to the show. I don't know the name of it yet. You'll find out once we launch, but it's going to be a hotline style part of the show where you can submit I don't know, like questions and scenarios or circumstances that you're going through. Cause I feel like, sometimes you have like a thing and you don't know who to turn to. And it's like, okay, I'm gonna be your hype girl and I'm gonna tell you how it is. And I'm gonna help you remember who the fuck you are. So we're gonna be bringing out this really fun hotline thing where you can like basically send us a voice memo, send me a voice memo, and then I will play it on air and then I will respond to it. And I feel like it'll be so fucking fun because yeah. So that's to come. So if you want your questions answered, there'll be some sort of process that I have no idea that will happen, but we will get it sorted. So yeah, and then there's going to be so many other things, but I'm not telling you everything, but that's basically what we're going to do. And so all that to say, there are so many changes happening. There are so many shifts happening. There's so much like deepening in this this visibility is what it is. It's like allowing ourselves to be big. And so I really want to encourage you to get visible AF. I really want to encourage you to grab the Power and Prosperity and the Momentum bundle, which is 50% off. And it's like, oh my God, it's going to get you through the next few months while the show's on pause. It's going to light a fire under your ass. It's going to remind you who the fuck you are. It's going to help you show up unapologetically. It's going to help you with your visibility, with your power, with your leadership. I'm like so excited. And it's going to give you space to percolate on what are your big shifts? What are your big identity shifts? What are your new standards for your life? What is this new power that you're claiming and stepping into? Because you guys, like, we are fucking going there together, and I'm forever taking you behind the scenes of this journey because it is just so fun. And I cannot wait. Oh my God, I cannot wait to reunite with you on episode 301 because that means that we will have done this whole rebrand launch situation and I can show you the photos and the and I'm just like fucking geeking out over here. Okay. So I think that's it. I know that was a lot. I have no idea how long this episode is right now. All I know is that my camera died. So, oh no, it didn't die. The memory card's full. But just a reminder, if you want to get Visible AF for free, subscribe to the show, take a screenshot of your review, send it to assistant@samaltieri.com, and you will get the mini course for free. That is a limited time offer. If it's not available, then you can grab it for $28. Send this to a friend, please. We appreciate it so much. You guys have been like freaking sending it worldwide, and yeah, just love you a ton. Thank you for being a listener. We will be back, and we will be back bigger and better and more bougie and more extra and more fun than ever. And I cannot wait to reunite with you in this way. It's going to be so great. I freaking love you. Make sure that you are connected to me on Instagram and you are following along. That's where we're going to be doing all the behind the scenes stuff. That's where we're going to be doing all the fun stuff. You can, if you care about following my ultra running, you can follow that. If you care about, the photos and videos, you can follow that. If you care about the podcast releasing, you can follow that. If you want to know more information about my mastermind, you can message me there. Like, honestly, Instagram is probably just the place to connect with me. I love you guys. Thank you for listening. And we gonna be back, baby, better than ever in the fall, early winter. All right. So I'll see you guys then. I love you. I'm so good. I mean, I'm so bad at goodbyes. Which is really annoying, which is why I'm elongating this to goodbye, but we're gonna do it. I'm gonna end it here. All right. I'm gonna end it here. I love you. Thank you for listening, and I will see you very soon.